Welcome to We Learn, Virtual Learning Network. This is session number 23rd of the subject The Study of Society, and the chapter is Values. The topics to be covered are Values in Social Sciences, Distinction between Values and Norms, Values in Personality and Socio-Cultural Systems, Change in Systems of Values in Indian Society. Let's see the definition of values. Values are conceptions of the desirable which influence selective behavior. Values may be defined as a criteria in moral judgment or certain subjective standards through which individuals or groups distinguish between good or bad, true or false, and between ought to be or not ought to be, etc. It shapes individual personality, social morality, and guides individuals to be a part of or function within distinctive socio-cultural system. So basically, values are defined as a criteria, moral criteria on which certain standards through which an individual should do, not do, true, false, good, bad, everything lies. And also it guides individuals to be a part of or a function within socio-cultural system. Nature of values. Values are generally accepted basic assumptions about what is right and important. They define the purposes of life and the means of achieving them. According to International Encyclopedia of Social Sciences, all purposive actions fall within the boundaries of evaluative action. Within purposive actions, we can identify three main kinds of values: cognitive, achievement, and affective. Distinction between values and norms. Values and norms are deeply related to each other. Both are concerned with accepted assumptions about what is considered to be right or wrong, or desirable or undesirable. Values constitute the basis of norms. Norms depend upon values and are justified through standards of true, good, and beautiful. Norms are relatively more specific. They refer to sets of expected behavior associated with a particular situation or within a given position in the social order. So basically, norms are the rules, the regulations through which they tell what an individual should be doing, and also the behavior associated with a particular situation and an individual. Values constitute the basis of norms, and they are justified through your standards of your morality and also your behavior, and they are categorized as good, bad, true, false, and also which is not good, and which is also beautiful or not beautiful. Behavior conforming to two different norms may be regarded as better or worse in terms of values which are more fundamental. Norms provide specific rules about what should be done or should not be done by various kinds of actors in particular situations. So basically, norms provide rules about what should be done, what should not be done about different people. On the other hand, values are abstract standards of desirability so that they are relatively independent of specific situation. They are relatively independent, and values and norms are also related to each other in many aspects. Distinction between values and norms. Dominant values have been found to involve extensiveness, persistence, intensity, prestige of value carriers. So dominant values which have been found are extensiveness, the way the things are extensive, persistence, intensity, the intensity of anything, prestige of value carriers, the people who are carrying the value, their prestige. Human being is value creating and value fulfilling animal. As Radhakamal Mukherjee, whose contribution to the study of values is widely recognized, points out that human beings create values and also fulfills them. In this sense, human beings are not only the source of values but also those who judge the behavior involved in day-to-day functioning of society. So basically, human beings create values. They create for themselves what they should be doing, what they should not be doing, and they also fulfill them with their various actions. And human beings are also the source, they are also the source of values, and they also judge the behavior involved in the day-to-day happenings and functioning of society. Hierarchy of values. A person does not attach equal importance to all his or her values. There is a hierarchy of values. In a situation of competing claims, the lower values must yield to the higher one. When the examinations are closed, a student would rather study than go to see a movie. A socio-cultural system too is integrated through a degree of coherence among its diverse values and the general consensus about their hierarchical ordering. So basically, a person does not attach equal importance to all his values, the values which are of priority and which give him maximum satisfaction. A person attaches that much value, that much importance to his or her values. So basically, Different values are different for each and every person. Values as core of culture. Sets of values from the core and the ethos of every culture. People belonging to a culture, however, are often not conscious of many of the values, for values are internalized and become a part of their personality. So basically, values are being conscious, they are internalized, they become a part of a certain person's personality, they form the ethos of every culture. Radha Kamal Mukherjee says that a normal person is one who successfully obtains a balance between the various conflicting values and goals faced in life. So basically, a person who is successful, who forms a balance, who lays a balance between various conflicting values and goals, different goals faced in life, and who knows how to lay the balance. Values and environment. Values also reflect a society's adjustment to environment. Those activities and objects which promote adjustment are assigned a higher value. For example, the tribals who are dependent on hunting and gathering assign high degree of value to their bows and arrows and to the preservation of the forest as well. Indeed, different aspects of life and spheres of activity have different kinds of values. And different kinds of values can be different for different individuals, and the activities and objects which promote adjustment, which promote simplicity, or which promote happiness in life are assigned a higher value. Change in systems of values in Indian society. Values are strongly bound to other aspects of the social system to which they belong, and change in the value system goes hand in hand with changes in the social system as a whole. When the change in value system takes place, also there is a change in social system and the change in human beings as well. It is customary to talk of Indian values in a way as if all sections of Indian people share the very same values in all historical eras. So most of the Indian people share the same values, but they can be different as well. Values in the Vedic period. Conflict of values between the conquerors and the vanquished. The vanquished people are referred to as Dasa or slave and Pani. The Pani are portrayed as wealthy traders. The cattle wealth of the Pani was a great attraction for the Aryans. Being traders, the Pani did not want to part with their cows and another wealth without compensation. Duality of norms and values. The hatred towards the racially distinct subjugated people found expression in social values and norms. In Rig Veda, we find two sets of norms, one for the Aryan and other for the non-Aryans. The poet Samvana exhorts Aryans to live together in a spirit of harmony and unity. Aryan traders Pani as a perennial source of wealth for extortion, and the Dasa as the people whose only duty was to serve the Aryan master. Value in the post-Vedic period. In the Upanishad, the knowledge of the self is considered the ultimate aim of life. Persons from all walks of life participated and made contribution to it. The language of Upanishads was easy to understand and therefore attracted people. People belonging even to the younger generation of the priestly elite had lost their interest in the intricate sacrifice and rituals. Values in the Buddhist period. The social values sought to be re-established in the post-Vedic period were challenged again by the Buddhism. The impact of Buddhism was great. Unlike Brahmanical elites, Buddha preached in the common man's language. The Brahmanical lore was in Sanskrit. It was the preserve of the elite only. Buddha's teachings were open to all castes. So Buddha's teachings were simple, were preached in common man's language and was open to all the castes. The Jatka mentions 18 types of guilds of artisans and workers. They are mentioned as Sheni or Puga, Sheni and Puga in Sanskrit. The royal court recognized these guilds. There used to be a head craftsman in each guild. He is called Jethaka or Pamukha, Jeshtha or Pramukha in Sanskrit. Manusmriti. The Brahman too had lost their racial purity to some extent despite theoretically emphasizing the color or doctrine. They constituted the majority in the society. In order to survive, the priestly elites had to meet all these challenges and at the same time revive the flickering Brahmanical tradition. Values in the Islamic period. Impact of Islam in India can be traced back to the Arab conquest of the Sindh in the beginning of the 8th century. The Muslim population in India was 60 million in 1973. In 1991, of census 1991, the population of Muslim in India was about 101 million, which is about 12.1% of total population of India. Islam is monotheistic in the sense that its people believe in the existence of one supreme God, unlike Hinduism where multitude of gods and goddesses are worshipped. It is messianic historical in ethos because its origin is traced to the time of Abraham or Ibrahim. The modern value system. The traditional value system of India, which formed the basis of its social structure and institutions for more than 1500 years, began to show signs of rapid change and decline as a result of the impact of modern social forces. These forces were brought about for the most part by the British rule. The change did not come merely because the rulers were foreigners. So basically, the Britishers, they brought in their own modern value system, and slowly and gradually the Indian value system showed change and decline. The British rule on Indian value system. The impact of the British rule on the Indian society gave birth to an urban middle class which had values that were not only different but even opposed to the traditional values. It became imbued with the values of modern capitalist society such as individualism, rationality, competitiveness, acquisitiveness, and activeness. So basically, different values. The traditional value structures were opposed, and different values, modern values such as individualism, rationality, the spirit of competition, activeness, and also to acquire various things, acquisitiveness came in the forefront. Impact of modern values on Indian villages. Modern values did not remain confined to the cities. Modern forces brought about a basic transformation in the relationship between urban centers and the villages, and thus the life and values in the countryside also began to change. In peasant civilizations, villages are always related with towns. So basically, modern forces also brought about a change in relationship between urban centers and villages. Thus the life and value in the countryside also began to change. Their life and value structure also began to change. So that was all about a value system, urban centers as well as rural centers. These are some of the questions. You have to do it yourself. Question number 1, how is a human being a value creating and a value fulfilling animal? Question number 2, in what way were the values of the Aryans different from the Pani? That's all. Thank you. Happy learning. We learning.